to do quite a bit of repair. They are doing some sort of a operation to convert all of their electric lines in a certain on a certain line, which is in Fenton, Burt, Portland, Union, and Plum Creek Township, to convert that to a 25 kV. Some of it is 34.5 kV, and some of it's 12.4 kV. But they're gonna, my understanding, get everything upgraded there. They're gonna be starting at the new substation over on Highway 18 east of Algona and moving up to serve the people in these areas. I would recommend that the board would approve of this request.
So moved.
Second. Okay, got a motion, second. Any discussion on this one? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carried unanimous.
If you would please sign there, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. A couple of other things. Roy Metzger, who is part of the others with Eugene Christelis in section 32 of Fenton Township, they have approached the road department about crossing 280th Street with a private tile and outletting there in that PAK JDD1, the joint drain there. So we are working on that, and we will bring that as soon as the board, or as soon as we'll bring it to the board as soon as they are complete. And then we had another situation of Jamie Frieders, who owns the north half of the southwest quarter of section 16 of Whittemore Township. Was in visiting with us last week about a tile going over again to that same joint drainage district open ditch there. They said something about Andy Struker getting permission from the board to drain. We looked at our drainage district tile maps, and it appears that there's been some changes of that, and I just wanted to verify. It looks like about a year ago, February 28th of 2023, that southwest quarter, or I guess I should say the south half, Andy Struker, maybe, was allowed to go ahead and drain into that open ditch. I guess I just want to make sure that that is, does the board remember that by any chance?
That's section 16 of what township?
Whittemore, 9530. Currently, that land, portions of that land are in Drainage District 79. They are at the top part of that drain. And
He wants to privately go into Watts Creek.
correct, go west and drain right into the open ditch.
Yeah, he's going to go through the road
He'd have to go through the road, yes.
and somebody else's ground.
What Jamie, they were talking about possibly working with Andrew Struker, but they were also investigating just doing their own. So, and they said something about Andrew Struker. We asked Marge about it, and she showed us in minutes a year ago. A request has been submitted for a private tile from the south half of the southwest quarter of 16 of Whittemore Township to 17 of Whittemore Township to the open ditch of PAK1. So there has been permission, it looks like granted, to take that water I'm making the assumption anyway, it's not,
I think we gave them permission.
would that permission also go to Frieders, or do they need to come and talk to the board about that?
I would think that Frieders would have to ask too, because as I remember it, unless I'm wrong, it was only.
What was the date of that, you said?
February 28, 2023.
2/28,
It was only one person that we allowed.
yeah,
If they would,
So,
if Struker would run the tile and they would hook onto his tile, do they still need to visit with you?
no. Because Struker is in the south part there, isn't
Right, but they were talking about
he? Going
hooking up
through
to his
his.
tile.
doing the project together and only having one road crossing.
Right, they're gonna go through Struker's and then across the road, correct? Is that
Do they
right?
still need to talk to the board of supervisors?
well, that'd be more acres than we originally agreed to,
But it's
so.
just dumping into an open ditch. It's gonna get their original.
Yeah,
sum
but
point.
for
I think we
assessment
should,
reasons.
because then we would set a precedence that people would think, oh, well, they did it, you know, not had to talk to the supervisor, so we can do it too, right? You know, I don't want to start that, so I think just for the sake of keeping consistent, they should.
Well, I don't know, Jamie and his brothers were talking with Marge, and I don't know how much further it's went. If they come back to our office, we will,
Not saying that we would
Let me
deny
know.
them, just I think for the sake of being consistent and.
It should be documented for
Yes.
the minutes, because then that could be encompassed in reclassifications.
You have to go into the drainage.
okay.
Classification is not gonna have anything to do with private tile.
It would, cause they're still on the assessment schedule for the
But
tile going the other
We're
way.
not taking them off the assessment schedule because they're putting in private tile.
What he's saying is they would be receiving more benefit.
From what?
They would receive benefit from the open ditch,
or-
from
yeah,
pack
ditch.
one.
We went all through that with open ditches and private tile, and we've never, as long as they're in the watershed, they're receiving the benefit.
But they're
Putting
not.
Private tile in's not gonna change that benefit.
But they're not in the watershed for pack one. That's the difference, they would be crossing district boundaries, so they should be assessed for their benefit in pack one. On the open ditch, it would be minuscule, but they're still receiving a benefit from it if they put a private tile
I
into
can
it.
see what
We've
he's saying.
done that, but going through all the procedures to get the benefit to raise the water in Lots Creek, the minimal amount is not worth the effort to put it in the schedule with a private tile. But you can if you want to, but it's never in the past been worth it.
I'd have to ask.
You see where
Sure.
I'm coming from?
Yeah, I don't think you have to go through the whole process. I think you can make minor tweaks, like there's parcels that get lost in, paperwork, for lack of a better term, over the years with splits and all that sort of stuff. You can make minor adjustments to add them back in, comparing to their relative benefit of the area, I believe, without going through the whole process,
But then
which that's the expensive part.
the problem is if you take the benefit away from DD 79 and put it into PK 1, and without hiring an engineer, we can't do that. That's where the issue arises.
I'd have to get the specifics on what we can and cannot adjust without hiring the engineer, but, and doing a full reclassification, but I'm pretty sure you can make small, adjustments to the schedule without going through the full formal process. But regardless of that, it should still be documented for future situations.
It should be recorded in a recorder's office. If they put a private tile through somebody else's ground, it should be recorded in the recorder's office so that there's a record of a private tile being put in. Correct.
Mhm.
And the benefit to the individual should be specified in that agreement.
Yep,
So that in the future that they can go back when the land changes hands and go back to the benefit.
yep. Does that answer your question, Doug? Kind of?
Yeah, I will have them,
Okay.
visit with you if they come back into our office. I might give Jamie a phone call and
Yep.
just let him know, so.
Okay.
That's all the request, or that's all work in the road right away to visit about.
Okay.
Do you want approval on the Metzger one crossing?
No, they have not returned their application yet, and that's all. We just need to get everything taken care of there. That's just to let you know we're working on it.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Doug.
Next up for discussion with engineer and zoning administrator.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on vacation next week, so I just want you to be aware of that. I'm starting work on the Kossuth County DOT budget and program. Last week with the county budget, you moved $1 million to construction. Was there particular projects that you want to make sure get completed, or do you just want me to make the judgment call on that, where it's most appropriate to spend that money?
I think you guys had said something about some blacktops.
Yeah, there's,
You got any specifics on that?
I think it's totally up to Doug, but yeah, we got to keep.
Concentrate on pavement,
Yeah.
resurfacing.
We got some blacktops that.
the road south of Sway Cities needs attention.
There's about 4 of them in the county that
There's
they were
several.
reclaimed at one time, and they're not lasting as long as I think they should have lasted.
Yeah,
How's that?
yep,
Yeah, those, I mean, they were done in the late 70s.
Right.
So
But they're deteriorating
anyway, no,
faster than.
and that's, I guess, like the road south of Sway City is maintenance work. It really wouldn't be resurfacing, so. But that's something we were planning on addressing, so. I am also covering for the transfer station today through Thursday. I don't think that I will be needed unless something would happen with the road department. The road department is covering for the transfer station. But if something would happen, I'd be working up there. I sent a letter to the legislators, our legislators that represent the citizens of Kossuth County. And I hope the board had an opportunity to review that. Other county engineers are seeing some of the very same things that were brought up in the letter that I sent to them. In fact, Woodbury County, their board of supervisors, have they contacted Kossuth County Board of Supervisors by any chance? They are evaluating the need for a lobbyist, and the Woodbury County engineer was wondering if we would be interested in sharing costs on that. So if they would, that's why. We have a pre-construction conference for the bridge that will, it's south of Titonka. The contractor thinks that he's planning to start March 11th, Monday, March 11th, so we're getting construction going that way. The job down in, that Merriman's have been working on, they're going to begin work here in March as well. And we have our letting for our asphalt work is March 19th, so that's coming up. Got interviews set up for Lakota position. I want to go over the applications we received with the mechanic shop with Nick and talk to him about that. I am going to put out quotes for 2 motor graders and a loader to get quotes on that for new purchases. And then that's it for the road. Then, Waste Management Association, I planned on a meeting on March 13th. I have 4 people that said they can make it, a couple people that could not. Kyle was one that could not. Josh, are you able to make that meeting, or do I need to reschedule again?
Are you planning on being at ISAC?
Thursday
You're only going down Thursday?
and Friday.
Okay,
Wednesday is county day at the Capitol.
okay.
I've had,
I got nothing on my calendar right now, so.
so you would be able to make that at 7 o'clock?
7 PM?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good, thank you. So we will have that meeting on the 13th,
Just curious, where's that gonna be at?
right here in this
Right here.
board meeting. And then we are having a safety meeting, April 19th, 2024, the road department safety meeting.
Josh, are you alternate for waste
Waste
management?
management, I am.
Okay,
Last I checked anyways. I don't know if
That's what I was told at the beginning of the year, I guess.
I thought you had said in the bylaws that the chair of the board had to be the chair of that as well.
It says that it will, but there's also an alternate.
Okay,
I mean, if you want me to reschedule it, just go ahead and say so.
I would probably prefer if it was rescheduled, but
So you would like it to be rescheduled?
I mean, I
We
was
do
planning
have
on,
action that needs to be taken care of.
is that the
Household,
only day that will work?
pardon me,
Is that the only day that will work?
that's the soonest day that I have. I can push it back again. We do have a household hazardous waste agreement that they would have liked to have had, back to them by February 28th. I told them that we have every intention of continuing to run our household hazardous waste as we have. That's through the landfill of North Iowa. They're trying to make sure that they have all their agreements taken care of. I will reschedule. We have had instances where the board alternate has chaired the meeting.
Oh, if I need to not go down to county day at the Capitol, I guess I could, but
It's
I was
already, I
planning.
guess I've already canceled it. I will be getting on you directed me to do that, so. Unless you wanna change your mind.
Are there any other dates that week that would work? Monday? Or,
Wednesdays work best for city council members, we have found.
okay,
And there's also,
and we can't do it the week, oh, sorry. Can't do it the week before?
I cannot, no. I have a commitment.
Is next Wednesday an issue, or just too
I'm on
soon?
vacation.
Okay,
Thank you.
alright,
Thanks, Deb.
thanks.
Central Iowa. It'll be fun though.
Good, enjoy.
Thank you.
Tammy,
Okay,
discussion with auditor.
next week I will be on vacation also, so I won't be
She'll be
here.
having more fun than me.
Yeah.
Probably.
Just the regular stuff on the agenda so far, except for, acknowledging the televised report for 84 lat 11 tile, and then what she talked about today. And I think you guys all saw the email, just a reminder from Justin Stotts. They're still looking for you guys to appoint somebody to the NRHA board.
I do have someone I'm hoping to visit with this week on that to see if, go
Okay.
over some details.
Okay. And then, reminder, still looking to fill somebody's position for Marine Albert spot.
Also, same.
Okay. And then, I know you guys approved, Matt Kaler EMS for $21 an hour, but his wage scale says that they start at $20 an hour. So Melissa's having a hard time putting that in when it doesn't match the wage scale. So,
That was, I think you can check with Phil, but there was a probationary, correct?
that's not on, so it says $20 and then 21 after 6 months probationary.
Yeah, okay,
He's just starting,
yeah, what's he at?
21.
Has he been part-time before?
I-
Like, is he moving up from volunteer part-time to full-time?
I thought he said he just moved here.
Okay, I don't know.
You'll have to check with Phil on that to see why that is.
Yeah, and if we need to address that, and probably bring it back to the agenda.
Okay. And then I did email, Betty from Wright County and, Emmett County. Betty did respond back and said that they do not use a telephone system for translation in Wright County. So they don't have anything like that they use there, and I haven't heard back from Heidi from Emmett County yet, so.
What about Humboldt County? I know they've got that,
I did reach out to her, so I don't know. I can,
Wright County is the one that really has it.
yeah, and they don't, she said they just use
what
their
county is
phones
Storm
like we
Lake?
do.
'Cause they got Tyson down there.
Dick, or, yeah,
Buena Vista,
Buena
is Storm,
Vista.
is Storm Lake.
Yeah,
so,
but I know they.
Yeah, I
got
could
that
ask Kelly what they,
Lake, you know, foods or something like that down in Humboldt.
otherwise, that's all I have.
okay. Jack,
Board of Health tomorrow. And then the safety thing tomorrow.
do you know, is there anything on your agenda or, any discussion about opioid stuff with Board of Health?
I can tell you, just put it off the agenda here. CFY, it's emergency preparedness, state grant. We don't see anything on it for opioids.
Okay. Roger,
Nothing.
Josh,
Nothing, but we did have the conference board last Tuesday. I know we talked about that on Friday, budget workshop, but
yep,
other than that, didn't really have anything going on last week.
I had,
Oh, sorry, I was gonna mention, this coming Monday at 12 o'clock, we've got the economic development meeting.
okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. After, oh, look at calendar wise, since we skipped last week. On Thursday, the 8th, I had ISAC. Then over the weekend, 9th through the 13th, I had our legislative conference for NACO. Had a couple pretty big topics for that. one thing I was gonna highlight was, our resolutions, which I will find the email with that. I think this has our resolutions in here. Well, long story short, the big one that I helped work on was for EMS. And there's waivers that, the CMS Center Medicaid Services, I think, put in place during COVID to allow, transportation to alternate providers and treatment in place. I guess I could read the whole thing here, but the end, we have a fiscal impact. And during the pandemic, CMS allowed these waivers for TIP and TAP, as they're referred to. They ended in May 2022. Data from the waivers indicates that those programs would save CMS around $2 billion per year. So one of our major legislative pushes is to try and get those incorporated on a ongoing basis. So that'll be a pretty big lift if it gets accomplished, but yeah. Doug, did you have something else?
Yeah, if I could, just read an email from Tammy. 2 cents longevity pay. Does that apply to the Kossuth County Engineer's Office?
Applies to employees that currently get it.
We've never gotten it. I would ask that all employees in the County Engineer's Office receive that.
Wouldn't they be under the county longevity?
No. That would have to be discussed. It's not what was included for today.
I would sure hope that the board would treat the engineer's office with that.
We can,
We would be, is that for all employees?
All that get longevity, so it's not elected officials, department heads, or deputies, like, deputies in the courthouse.
Well, I would hope that it would be based on a 2,080 hour a year.
We base it on 1860, not on 2080.
Well, we work 40 hours a week.
Oh, that's right.
okay, we can discuss that next week.
Thank you.
Do you want me to put that on the agenda?
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about,
alright, anything further for board discussion here?
Nope.
Alright, anyone wanna make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We're done.
You wanna second it?
Sure.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. We are adjourned at 11:58.
I'll just stay 2 more minutes and maybe leave in 12.
So close.
Perfect, in time for lunch.
Mhm.